Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. And yeah, as you can see, I have displayed out my Super GT collection, the Super GT grid. And there are some cars that don't really fit here. Number one being the J-Call F40 from Kyosho, and of course the another F40. It's not saying F40s did not participate in the Super GT, they did, but it's just that it's not these F40s. So you might be thinking, why am I pointing this out today? It is a sad day for me to announce that MiniGT's license for Super GT has actually been suspended already, which was announced in MDX according to a Facebook post. I'm not sure how legit it is, but I did see that post and I think it should be legit. Why would anyone lie about Super GTs being cancelled? Super GT cars don't really have a value compared to AO Racing and IMSA GT3 cars. So anyways, today I'm going to be continuing from my Japan parcel unboxing and revealing to you my Super GT cars that I'm going to be adding to my collection. So these cars are definitely not in the best shape, but they are definitely really rare gems from Kyosho. So these are the three Super GT cars that I'm talking about. I've actually got these three as a part of a bundle, and I knew that these two were damaged, but I only knew that this was damaged after I was shipping it over here. So let's look at the Motu first. So this is the legendary R34 GTR Motu from Kyosho. And this was actually a really dominant car back in its era, especially the Motu livery car, the Motu team. As you can see over here, let me zoom it in. Okay, so as you can see from here, there's something missing, the spoiler. That's really depressing, but these cars actually go for quite a lot. They are quite expensive, and of course cars in these conditions might not have that same value, but I am collecting purely for my own collection, and it looks like the decals stayed on, you know. I've seen a lot of these old cars that have super serious paint rash. Like this model, you can see the paint rash is super serious and it causes the decal to fall off, but it looks like all the decals are in place. And in this era of Kyosho, which is the 2000, this is the 2003 JGTC R34 Motu. You can see that it's one of the more high-end Kyosho models of its era. You can see the Potenza livery on the tire walls over here, and the attempts on a brake disc, brake detail attempts inside the rims. You can see the Motu details, the number 22 on it, and of course the front of here, super aggressive R34 look to it. I'm not sure if it's missing any decals, but you can definitely see that the front bumper over here has some reddish mark to it. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be red, but it'll be quite a stretch to say that this is the only red remaining and the rest have been scratched off. Of course you don't get much extra details of it, like you don't really get the radiator being painted in a silver color as you do in those modern cars, but you look at the other side here, it looks about the same as the other side that I've just showed you. And the rear side over here, really pretty as well. The underside, of course, not as much detail, but then again, Super GT cars are pretty much flat at the bottom. The tail lights, really nice proportions on the tail lights, one big, one small, and the car itself has really nice proportions as well. So this is the Motu car, and the interior is it's a single seat interior, and yeah, single seat only. Not much details on the other side, and yeah, for a car that's what 10 years old, you really gotta be impressed by how well it holds up to the current era of diecast. And this was actually, if I'm not mistaken, this came in a blind box for R34 Super GT cars. The price was quite similar to a Hot Wheel, so I'll let you make your judgment from that. So I'm just gonna put this into my collection. just line up really well with the pit. I mean, the grid. See, it just looks so good. It just fits in so well. Okay, let's get the next one. Number 23 is Zanavi. So I'm pretty sure this is actually from the same team. Motu Altec and Zanavi are actually, if I'm not mistaken, they are from the same team. This model has some serious paint rash as well, and as you can see, there is some damage to the decal on the car over here. The windshield, the front windshield over here does still have the Nissan livery on it. Yeah, the paint is definitely not as smooth anymore. It's quite coarse and rough, probably due to the paint damage, the paint rash. The rear side does look identical to the previous one, and this is actually from the 2003 series as well. 2003 JGTC series, probably the same team as the one that I just showed you, just a different livery. Front side over here, same thing. Has some red paint residue over there as well, so I would assume that the whole part over here is supposed to be red. So there's actually something with this. You can see that there's quite a bit of a gap, and the wheel's not really spinning too well. I assume that the inside has been rotted. When I say that, I mean the axle is rusted. That's causing it to not spin really quite well, and maybe it's misaligned with the size of the chassis. Yeah, other than that, you get probably the same livery, just a Zanavi instead of a Motu. Yeah, but you get the same attempts on a brake caliper. Other than that, it's definitely a really nice model as well. I would really want this in a really good condition, but I think this is what I can settle with for now. I know a lot of people have really like huge pet peeves, they don't collect faulty cars, but I'm not that kind of guy. So I'm just gonna put this here. Oh, they are really close together. Okay, just making use of the grid space. Okay, so I'm just gonna push this to the front if I can manage that. So if you're not familiar, this is actually not the Good Smile one, but this is the Takara Tomy, which I know it's not an actual 164 car. Let me see what the scale is. 162, so it's definitely much larger. But I couldn't really allow myself to put the Good Smile one in here because that's the thing, right? I just don't like putting cars that come with the acrylic base onto my displays. Those cars usually, like, they have really good design, but I just don't like putting it onto tracks over here because that leaves me with empty acrylics and empty boxes, which otherwise would display the car really well by itself already. So finally, we have a pretty good condition. This is definitely one of the better condition ones. The Calsonic R34. As you can see, it's definitely not free from paint rash. It's quite serious paint rash. This is the thing with Kyosho cars. They are quite prone to paint rash, the older cars as well. The side over here, really iconic Calsonic livery. Although the R34 Calsonic was not as dominant as the R32, just the really derpy looking spoiler over here, just so short. Why is it so short? Probably because it's been snapped off at a really weird point. A really weird point. I'm surprised that it snapped off over here instead of just the whole spoiler coming off, but hey, I guess I have something to work with, and it really preserves the Calsonic on it. Wow, the Calsonic is complete and whole. So the side over here, you can see the wheels don't spin quite well as well. Probably something to do with the old cars, and the lining of the chassis and the width of the rims and the rubbers causing it to not really spin too well. But again, it's a really iconic and special car in my heart. I really do love the Calsonic lineup, and over here you can see a really nice exhaust part over here as a decal, and number 12 Calsonic delivery is all too good looking, and the other side, of course, it's really plain as well. The interior has a silver roll cage as similar to the rest, the other Motu and Zanavi ones, and of course I'm pretty sure the interior is one-to-one identical with the Motu and Zanavi as well. Not much difference in the interior, although I can see that this interior, it's not dislodged. There's this like parked inside the interior, that weird blob to the right side. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it's really cool. So yeah, overall these models do look really cool. I'm so glad that I picked it up for I forgot actually how much I got it for, but I know it's less than 50 ringgit. It's definitely less than 50 ringgit. And these models are definitely really rare. I think if you want to get like the sealed blind boxes of these cars, they can cost anywhere from 170 ringgit to 7 ringgit for each blind box. Yeah, I guess I can settle with these not too good condition ones because they just look so good, even though their condition is not too good. I know some people might disagree with me, but I just really, really love these cars. So yeah, back to the MiniGT thing. I've seen a post where they have suspended the license for Super GT cars, so that's really a bummer because you know that I'm a really big Super GT collector, like this collection and also my Calsonic R32 collection from MiniGT. Definitely a bummer to hear, and yeah, AO Racing is not cancelled despite the very, very huge news coming around that AO Racing will be cancelled. I think they just moved over to Sparky for the sketchy only, and they're gonna be going back to MiniGT for the others. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Definitely, the suspension of the Super GT models. You have so many other options. Kyosho for the legacy models, and also, let me zoom out. And also, you're gonna have models like the really popular Sparky. They have models for all the new Super GT cars, the Supras, and the NSX. They're all there on Sparky. So yeah, it's not the end for Super GT collectors. And those Sparky models are definitely really, really good looking as well. So that's definitely something you can consider. I'm not sure if it's Sparky. Maybe it's another name, but it's something like Sparky. So yeah, that's it for this video. It's not the end for Super GT collectors, and I'll see you in the next one.